Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of Final Fantasy X. Thank you very much for joining us. I've had to go back an hour because I just recorded an hour, and the other day when I was editing it, I noticed that there was no sound, there was no me talking. So I think maybe the wire wasn't connected properly into the PlayStation controller. It's one of those 3D headphones, and they are easy to pull out. So yeah, I've just come back to this point. So yeah, we'll move forward. How have you all been? I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Let me know in the comments if you are. We've got to talk to these guys.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
A very legitimate question from Tidus there, I think. 800 years and you haven't beaten him. So, oh yeah, sorry, I opened this up to show you, if you've not played it before, this is where you can come and get tutorial, controls, and other things to do with the game, other information.
We've been excommunicated from Yevon. We must go, now.
We must go now. Then proceeds to carry on sitting down.
But soon, we may be able to finally defeat Sin. We've got a plan, one that'll go down in Crusader history.
Oh, that'd be cool. So this guy, people seem to like, but this guy here, Gutter, seems to be like a mixed bag, whether you like him or not. I don't mind the guy, he is a bit frustrating. I do really like Luzu, I think he's a cool character. He's got a lot of honour to him, and he's pretty much straight-laced, but I mean, he is what he is. Whereas this guy, I don't know, he's a bit... He comes across a bit mardy sometimes, a bit bratty, but then again, the world that they live in, it's to be expected, so I don't know. People think that Tidus is a bit mardy as well at times. I mean, the guy's been for us 1,000 years into the future. What do you expect?
It was then, standing in that place. I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Wow, that's really nice. Straight into another scene.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's, toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
So, I'm assuming they get a statue for each High Summoner who defeats Sin. There's the big one that you saw above these stairs when you first walk in, the woman. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up top. So in 1,000 years, only 5 people have ever defeated Sin. And he defeated Sin 10 years ago, and he's I mean, they just keep saying that defeated Sin, but he's still here. So what's going on? Why is he still alive? And obviously Yevon is a very powerful religious group within this world. Even searching the scriptures of Yevon, there's that name again, I have found no cure for Sin's toxin. May the blessings of Yevon guide you to health, my friend. Well, I think it just said friend, but my friend sounds nicer. Can I get anything from you guys? No, okay, I don't want to do this. Again, if you've not played the game before, very useful to talk to this person here. I'm sure that Lord Braska is watching over our apprentice summoner. I'm sure too. Please let the Yorok score at least one goal. That's it. Kid's got his what's the word? I can't remember the word, but kid's got that word in the right place. I do just want to go and so remember we did. Well, you didn't see it, but I did. I mentioned that I did a lot of grinding. We killed a lot of fish, so I could get lots of potions. So we're gonna leave myself with 25. I'll leave myself with 15 potions, and actually, could have probably done with leaving them. We were doing more actually. For the grinding later on. I'm gonna sell all of those. So 5, wow. So yeah, that was the main reason really to do all that. Well, I've got almost 10,000 gil now, so also it progressed me along the sphere grid nicely too. So we're gonna go and speak to Walker next, who is in here.
Sorry, man. No time. Take a nap.
How is there no time for lunch, but there's time for a nap? So this is Walker's house.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly. But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
That is not an envious position for his mum to be in, right there.
Waka?
Also, Titus had dark hair when he was younger. I would make me wonder if he dyes his hair. It's dark roots. Yeah, it's not an envious position for his mum to be in right there. She's obviously devastated that her husband's missing. And she can't even turn to her son for comfort because he don't care, or at least he's saying he doesn't care anyway. But I did like how she turned that hatred into what I'm assuming became a will for Tidus to actually want him back, so that he had a goal to tell him that he hated him. So maybe that did help, and maybe they were able to say together that they wanted him back. But I mean, yeah.
Is something wrong?
Not a nice position
The
for
summoner
Sabine.
hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
It's a really odd decision to make, really. He doesn't know.
This wasn't such a good idea after all.
He doesn't know this summoner. Those who seek to learn the Yevon's... Those who seek to learn of Yevon's secrets. Secret arts are tested by the Cloister of Trials. Find the right way, and you will be taken to the Chamber of Faith. Examine object with X to open the way. A strange glyph appears. Yeah, he doesn't know this. He didn't know this dude. Yeah, he's willing to like break these traditions that these people have. I mean, he's essentially a guest in this town. Oh well. I guess it's one of those because, well, not maybe because movie, but it's one of those because game moments. Glyph sphere opened the way to the Chamber of Faith. Destruction spheres open the way to hidden treasures. It seems the Besaid sphere are also necessary. Got a bit of a cold. I'm not sure if it's coming across or not in my voice. I hope not. Okay, insert the glyph sphere there. Okay, so we want the destruction sphere before anything else. And I just want to... No. Oh, wait. When I first played this game, when I was about, I don't know, 15 or 16, this took ages. Embarrassingly. Embarrassing as it is to say. Right, okay. So, we want to take this out of here and put it on there. Me and my friend were playing it at the same time, so like I was playing it for a few hours and then he'd play it for a few more hours than I was to get ahead of where I was, so that we both it wouldn't be always him learning the story. So yeah, there was both of us playing it, and so we both wouldn't. So we both weren't learning it. So one of us wasn't learning the story through the other playing it. One would play to get ahead of the other, and we were both trying to figure this out while I was playing it. And it took us ages, and then his dad played it and did it in like very, very quick time. Quicker than this, and I know what I'm doing now. He just went boom, 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 done. So this is the destruction sphere, and the reason why it's important is because you can get a very powerful Aeon summon later on in the game, but you have to get every one of the destruction spheres. And this is the first treasure. You can come back and do them again, but optional side bosses. And if you've only ever played, if you're in America and you've played this, you've not played the this version yet, you might not have experienced those side bosses, those optional bosses, because they were in the PAL version only, I think, and the international version. But yeah, there are optional bosses that you have to defeat to come back to some places, and yeah, doing that is a lot more difficult than just making sure you get them all done now. I didn't want to do that. My daughter's in the same room as me. She's very happy right now because she thinks she has the remote control, but she has an old remote that has no batteries in.
Hey! It's
Very
gotten
proud
into
of
you.
herself.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Hello.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I should just grab the real remote control. Hey.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.